Welcome everyone to Speak Tounsi, the podcast where we unlock the beauty of the Tunisian dialect one word at a time. I'm your host, and today I have a very special guest with me, my son. Hey everyone, super excited to be here, Dad. I've been wanting to learn more about Tunisian Arabic for a while now, and what better way than learning from the best, my own father. Ha, you're too kind. So today we're going to start with something absolutely fundamental, something every single person in Tunisia says every single day. The word SPEAK TOUNSI. I've heard you say it 1,000 times, Dad, but I never really stopped to think about what it actually means or where it comes from. And that's exactly what we're going to explore today. By the end of this episode, you'll not only know how to say it, you'll understand the soul behind it. So let's dive right in. All right, the definition. So Dad, what exactly is SPEAK? Is it just a simple hello? Great question. SPEAK is so much more than just a hello. It is the universal Tunisian greeting, and I mean universal in every sense of the word. What do you mean by universal? Well, first, it works in both formal and informal situations. You can say SPEAK to your best friend when you bump into them at a cafe, and you can also say it to your boss when you walk into a business meeting. It fits both perfectly. Oh wow, so it's not like in English where you'd say hey to a friend, but good morning, sir, to your boss? Exactly. In Tunisia, SPEAK bridges that gap. It's warm, it's respectful, and it's appropriate for everyone. And here's the second thing that makes it truly universal. It works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wait, really? So there's no good morning, good afternoon, good evening in Tunisian? Oh, those expressions exist too, but SPEAK is the go-to greeting at any hour. Whether you're greeting someone at 7 in the morning or running into a neighbor at midnight, SPEAK is always right.
That's so elegant, actually. One word that covers everything.
That's the beauty of the Tunisian dialect. It's efficient, it's warm, and it carries deep meaning in just a few syllables.
Okay, now I'm really curious. Where does SPEAK actually come from? What are its origins?
Now we get to the really fascinating part. SPEAK is actually a contraction, a shortened form of a longer phrase.
A contraction, like how do not becomes don't in English?
Precisely. The original phrase is Ahla al-salama, which translates beautifully to upon safety or in peace and safety.
Ahla al-salama. SPEAK. Oh, I can hear it now. The sounds just blended together over time. That's exactly what happened. Over generations of daily use, Ahla al-salama was naturally compressed into SPEAK. This is a very common linguistic process. Languages always find ways to make frequently used phrases easier and faster to say.
So every time a Tunisian says SPEAK, they're actually wishing the other person's safety and peace?
Every single time. It's not just a greeting, it's a blessing, a wish for the other person's well-being. That's why it carries such warmth.
That gives me chills, honestly. It's like the word itself is a little prayer.
I love that you said that. And this connection to the root word salama, meaning safety, peace, wholeness, is shared by many Arabic dialects, and even in the classical Arabic, salam. But the Tunisian SPEAK has its own unique flavor and rhythm.
All right, daily scenarios. This is the practical part, right? Where and when do Tunisians actually use SPEAK?
This is where it gets really fun. Let me paint you some pictures. Imagine you're walking down a street in Tunis, the Medina, the old city, and you pass by a neighbor you know. What do you say?
SPEAK.
Perfect. And they smile and respond warmly. Now, you walk into a small shop, a bakery, a butcher, a little grocery store. You step through the door. What's the first thing out of your mouth?
SPEAK to the shopkeeper.
Exactly. And the shopkeeper will respond with the same warmth. It immediately creates a friendly human connection. Now, your phone rings. You pick it up. It's your uncle calling from Sfax. What do you say?
SPEAK, even on the phone?
Absolutely. SPEAK is the standard phone greeting in Tunisia. You don't say hello, you say SPEAK. It's immediate, it's warm. It tells the other person you're happy to hear from them. And with friends, like if I'm meeting up with my Tunisian friends? With friends, Aslama can be said with extra enthusiasm, sometimes even repeated. Aslama, aslama, with a big smile, maybe a handshake or a hug. The word itself stays the same, but the energy you put into it changes everything.
So the word is like a canvas, and the tone is the paint.
I love that analogy. You're a natural at this, son.
Okay, and this one I'm really curious about. How do you reply to Aslama? What do you say back?
Great question, because this is where many learners get confused. There are a few common replies, and each one has its own nuance. The simplest reply is, you guessed it, Aslama right back. Oh, so you can just mirror it, like Aslama, Aslama. Exactly. It's like a warm echo. You're returning the blessing. But there's another beautiful reply. Ahla bik.
Ahla bik. What does that mean?
It means something like, welcome to you, or how lovely that you're here. It's a very warm, welcoming response, very Tunisian in its hospitality.
I love that. And there's a third one, right? I think I've heard you say something like, ayishek? Yes, and this one is very special, and I want everyone listening to pay close attention to the pronunciation. It's ayishek. And the key is that strong y sound at the very beginning. Don't swallow that y. Really stress it. Ayishek. Ayishek. Like that? Almost. Give that y even more energy. Ayishek. It comes from the root meaning may you live or long life to you. It's a beautiful, heartfelt response. Wow, so even the reply is a blessing. Everything in Tunisian greetings is a blessing. Now, and this is very important, I want to address something that comes up a lot, especially with learners who know other Arabic dialects. Some people respond to aslama with Miit Salama. Miit Salama, isn't that a common Arabic phrase? It is used in some other Arabic dialects, yes, but here's the crucial point. Miit Salama is not Tunisian. You will not hear a native Tunisian respond with Miit Salama to a greeting. If you use it, it will immediately sound foreign, out of place. So, if someone is trying to sound authentically Tunisian, they should avoid Miit Salama completely. Completely. Stick to aslama, ahla bik, or ayishek, and you'll sound like you grew up in Tunis. So, we've talked about greeting people, but what about saying goodbye in Tunisian? And this is where the beauty of the language comes full circle. The Tunisian farewell is Bislama, written in Arabic as Bi-slama. Bi-slama. Wait, I can hear salama in there again. The same root as aslama.
Brilliant observation. Yes, Bislama literally means go in safety or go in peace. The prefix bi means in or with, so you're sending the person off with a wish for their safety. So the greeting and the farewell are both rooted in the same wish, safety and peace. That's so beautiful and consistent. It reflects a deep cultural value. In Tunisian culture, the well-being of the people around you, your family, your neighbors, even strangers, is something you genuinely care about, and the language reflects that. So when someone leaves, you say, Bislama. Exactly. And the person leaving might also say Bislama back to you, wishing you safety as they go. It's a mutual exchange of goodwill. I'm going to start using Bislama immediately. It feels so much more meaningful than just bye. Ha! That's the spirit. Once you start speaking Tunisian, you'll find it hard to go back. Okay, Dad, this one is interesting. You mentioned earlier that the tone changes things. Can you explain the melodic difference in how aslama is said? Ah, yes. This is one of the most distinctive features of Tunisian Arabic, and honestly, one of the most charming. The way you say aslama carries as much meaning as the word itself. How so? Let's talk about the long versus the short. When you draw out the word aslama with a long melodic rise and fall, it conveys warmth, genuine happiness to see someone, maybe even a little surprise. Oh, aslama, I haven't seen you in so long. Aslama, like that? It does feel warmer. Exactly. Now contrast that with a short, crisp aslama, quick, efficient, polite. That's your everyday passing greeting. You're walking by someone, you nod, SPEAK, and you keep moving.
So the long version is for people you're genuinely excited to see, and the short version is more of a polite acknowledgement.
Perfectly put. And there's a whole spectrum in between. Tunisian Arabic is a melodic dialect. It has a music to it. The intonation, the rhythm, the way the voice rises and falls. These are all part of the communication.
It's almost like the word is a song, and you choose which version to sing depending on the moment.
I couldn't have said it better myself. And this is why, when you're learning Tunisian, it's not enough to just memorize words. You have to listen. Listen to how people say things, the music behind the words. That's where the real meaning lives.
That's such a profound point. Language is music.
Especially Tunisian Arabic. It has a rhythm that is uniquely its own, influenced by Arabic, Berber, French, Italian, and so much more. It's a dialect that tells the story of an entire civilization. And that brings us to the conclusion. Dad, can you give us a quick summary of everything we covered today? Of course. Today, we explored one of the most important words in the Tunisian dialect, SPEAK. We learned that it is the universal Tunisian greeting, used formally and informally at any time of day or night. We discovered that it comes from the phrase Ahla essalama, meaning upon safety, and that it's a contraction that developed naturally over generations. We explored the daily scenarios where you'll hear and use SPEAK, on the street, in shops, on the phone, and with friends. And we learned the 3 authentic Tunisian replies, SPEAK back, Ahla bik, and the beautiful Aishek. Remember, stress that Y, Aishek. And we made sure to note that Miit Salama is not a Tunisian response, so avoid that one if you want to sound authentic. We also learned the farewell Bislama, go in safety, which shares the same beautiful root as essalama. And finally, we talked about the melody of the word, how the long and short versions carry different emotional weight.
This has been such an amazing episode, Dad. I feel like I've not just learned a word, I've learned a piece of Tunisian culture and soul.
That's exactly what Speak Tounsi is all about. Every word we explore is a window into who we are as a people, our history, our values, our warmth.
To everyone listening, thank you so much for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone who wants to learn Tunisian Arabic. Leave us a comment. Tell us what word you'd like us to explore next.
And remember, language is not just communication, it's connection, it's identity, it's love. So go out there, greet someone with a warm aslama, and watch their face light up. Until next time, Bislama. Bislama, everyone. Thank you for listening to Speak Tounsi. We'll see you in the next episode.